I am Carrie Engel, and in just a moment I'm going to share with you how to break through even the toughest guy's shell. Reach deep into his heart and have him begging you to be with him forever. Watch this short video until the end and discover how I stumbled on a simple secret that ignites his passion for you and has him bending over backwards to please you, adore you, and honestly give you everything you could possibly want without playing games. It's so simple, it's embarrassing. And yet I insist that I can quickly teach this simple secret to you, instantly giving you the power in your relationship and his true love and devotion, all while thinking it was his idea. Keep watching until the end because I'm going to share with you in this video the 7 vital tips that most women don't know about that you can use right now to instantly improve your love life. First, I have to warn you, I don't know how much longer this video will be online. I can only share this with a limited number of women, so watch it right now, because I've already taught this secret to thousands of women who got their withdrawn, distant, uninterested man to suddenly declare his honest, undying love to them. These women paid good money to learn this secret that I'm about to share with you. To be fair to them, I'm going to have to take it down. So watch this video now before midnight tonight, because I'm about to share how you can have the man in your life begging you to stay by his side forever. Let me ask you, how many times have you been in a relationship that seems like it started out perfectly, only to find yourself later questioning everything, wondering where things went wrong? Do any of the following thoughts seem familiar to you? Where is he? He used to call and text all the time. Now I feel like I have to initiate everything and put in all the effort. Why didn't he call? I thought we had something special. Why do other women I know end up with great guys and somehow I only end up dating losers? I am a great girl. Why don't the right men notice me? Why doesn't he seem to love me anymore? What happened? Did I do something wrong? Why is it that women who seem half as good as me find great-looking, witty, funny, successful men and manage to keep them? Did I screw up my chances by sleeping with him too soon? If only I could understand men. You need to understand, you are not the only one. I'm about to share with you something powerful and unusual that will finally connect with your man and have him honestly see you as his one and only, the woman he's destined to be with. I stumbled on this secret that will allow you to break through even the toughest guy's shell and trigger the kind of love within him that will make him love and adore you forever. I will show the secret that makes him stop dragging his feet and show you the kind of affection you've been looking for. When you use this secret, he will be eager to spend every second with you and constantly spoil you with gifts. Before I let you in on the secret, I have to share something that's vital to your success. You need to know it's not your fault if you haven't yet had things go the way you wanted. I'm going to share with you exactly how I stumbled on this secret so you can understand it and use it in your life today to have the man in your life showing you the kind of love you've been wishing for. This short story will change everything for you. It's very personal, but it's the only way I can share the secret with you. Let me begin. Stop it, he said to me coldly. I never wanted to hurt you, but we have to be honest about what our relationship was. For the past 30 minutes, I had been drowning in confusion and trying my best, unsuccessfully, to stop sobbing. Earlier that night, I discovered that my boyfriend of over 1.5 years had cheated on me with one of my closest friends, Jess. Between sobs, I asked, "How could you do this to me? What did I do wrong? What could I have done?" Even in that moment, I couldn't hate him. I knew he had been slipping away over the last several months. I could feel it, but I couldn't change it. Every time I tried to bring him closer and reconnect with his love, it seemed like he grew more disinterested in me and became more distant. And that's when he said the most devastating thing he could have said. "Carrie, I don't know what happened, but at a certain point I just realized that I wasn't in love with you anymore. I never wanted to hurt you, but something sparked in me with Jess, and I just had this feeling that she was the one I was meant to be with. I can't explain it. I never wanted to hurt you. I'm sorry." That night was one of the most painful nights of my life. I was already exhausted after spending months trying to regain his love and affection, but with every attempt came more confusion and heartache. For the next several months I felt numb to men and to dating. I couldn't bear the thought of dating another man. He was the only one I could think of. Even with all the pain he caused me, even with him saying he didn't love me anymore. In the end, I still loved him and wanted him back, but he was truly gone forever. Then one Thursday night in September, everything changed. I was sitting at a quiet lounge bar talking with my good friend, Nick Bastian. I came to Nick because of his unique expertise when it came to situations like this. He's a women's relationship coach, and he knew exactly what buttons to press that drive men crazy. More importantly, he knew how to let me inside the mind of a man so I could really understand what men really needed and how to reach a man emotionally, so he'll fall in love and want me by his side forever. Sitting at the bar after a couple of drinks, I asked Nick, how did I go so wrong when everything seemed so perfect at the beginning? I had dropped any pretense of trying to look like I had it all together. I was still an emotional wreck even after a few months, and all I wanted was to get back the piece of myself I felt I had lost. Nick said, you played your hand wrong from the beginning. I saw it too, but there was no stopping you from taking the path you took. I've seen countless women do the same thing time and time again, so I knew where your relationship was headed. You won't believe it now, but getting your heart broken was the best thing that could have happened to you. I snapped back. Not meeting him or ever knowing him would have been the best thing that ever happened to me. No, he replied calmly. You weren't ready to hear what really reaches your man. You wouldn't have believed me when you were in the relationship. Chasing his love and trying to win him back over again. If I tell you now, you'll actually take action and your love life won't be confusing anymore. Nick broke it all down for me that night. It felt like I was having my fortune read by a psychic. He was able to pinpoint exactly what I had been thinking, what I tried in my relationship and why I tried it, and most importantly, why it failed. And then he told me the one secret that changed everything for me, although I didn't believe it at the time. To be honest, it seemed too simple, too good to be true. But when I heard the secret, my instincts knew he was right. It hit me like a flash of lightning. And for the first time ever, it was like men and relationships finally made complete sense. Hearing this one secret from Nick was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. It cleared up all the confusion and pain for me and reignited me with hope for the future of my love life. Maybe men really weren't all that confusing after all. The secret that Nick taught me seemed too good to be true. So I started using it, expecting nothing to happen. And I was shocked at how I had men eating out of the palm of my hand effortlessly. To be honest, I figured it was just a fluke. So I told my friends the secret, and they started using it too. And they too were shocked with the seemingly magical power it gave them over men instantly. Within that month, I had several high-quality bachelors fighting to take me out on dates. By the end of the month, it was the man who asked to be my boyfriend on a real romantic date, the way it should be. Today, I've been happily married for 3 years to my wonderful, romantic, charming, affectionate husband. And you might say that I got lucky with this guy, but the fact is that prior to meeting me, he was one of those single-for-life men. He would move from woman to woman, never settling down. I have Nick to thank for showing me the secret to truly reaching the heart of the man I'm with. Prior to that point in my life, I had never had a man tell me that I was the girl he was always waiting for. And now, whether you're single, in a relationship, married, recently broken up, or trying to get out of the friend zone with a guy, I want to share this secret with you too today. This secret will have him automatically drop the wishy-washy behavior and devote himself to loving you. If you have ever been with, or are currently with, the guy who couldn't commit, the guy who always took you for granted, the guy you had a great night with, but he never called, the guy who vanished when you opened up your feelings, the guy who left as soon as you slept with him, the guy you're worried will dump you for another woman, or the guy who you're practically in a relationship with anyway, but he says he just can't commit that way right now. Did any of these men sound familiar? Keep watching this video because you're about to learn how to have him desperate for you. The great news for you is that it's not as difficult as you would imagine. Actually, it's not difficult at all. There are just a few key points you need to know. The problem is that women do not have great information about what really makes men want to please you, spoil you, and take care of you as a devoted lover and partner. Women everywhere experience disappointing relationships with men because society as a whole doesn't show you what really works with men. Women's magazines provide information that is intended to sell products, advertising, and subscriptions. Movies, music, and TV are designed to addict you as an entertained viewer, but not to show you how to have the love of your life. In fact, most of what's out there shows you exactly what won't work. And your friends are also unknowing victims of the same modern-day failure to know what will really get you the love and affection you've always wanted. Once you understand what does reach his heart, he almost magically changes into the man you know he always could be with you. Instead of taking you for granted, he surprises you with thoughtful gifts, loving words, and his full attention. Instead of worrying and wondering if he'll stick around, he'll show you how much he loves you on every occasion. The good news is, it's never too late to use this simple technique. If you are ready to find out for yourself, Then here is how to unlock his heart and get the love and devotion you want from him. As I've mentioned earlier, I've been in your shoes. I can tell you I consider myself an average-looking woman. I don't have the longest legs, I'm not a skinny bikini model, and I don't have the beautiful lustrous hair you see in your typical Pantene Pro-V commercial. When I started using this secret, I had men banging down my door. My calendar was always filled with dates and invites out. I could see the type of men I always wanted staring and admiring me in the street. I stopped being taken on one-night stand dates and started being taken to the classiest restaurants in town. In fact, using this ultimate secret to unlock a man's heart, the prince of my dreams appeared. This unusual discovery I had made through my conversation with Nick was the key to unlocking the true love I had wanted all my life. Here is the secret most women have no idea about. Charming a man is virtually 100% mental. As I have said, I'm no glamour model. I always take care of myself. And if I put in the extra effort to starve myself and paint on starlet-grade makeup, I can be thought of as hot. But I typically am a normal average woman. But I still have an amazing Prince Charming for a husband. Having the love and devotion of your man is simple when you know the secret. There's nothing wrong with sleeping with a guy if that's what you want to do. But sleeping with a man with the intention to make him care more about you is a mistake. And the saying that the way to a man's heart is through his belly is complete nonsense. Sex and cooking are great, but they're not what will trigger that deep love and devotion in your man. I really want you to get this, so that you can enjoy the kind of love and affection you've always wanted in your relationship. I remember how painful, frustrating, and confusing it was to be constantly disappointed by my relationships, questioning everything at every turn. I am alarmed at the number of people who are still going about this all wrong. I'm still shocked to see the number of beautiful, smart women who are complete novices when it comes to attracting men. Believe me, I still see it all the time. Now, we've already started going over some basic ideas. And now I want to share with you some valuable tips that you can pick up and use right now to improve your love life. So keep watching. Big tip number 1 of 7. One of the most common mistakes preventing you from really reaching him and getting his true love and devotion is that women try to love men in the way that they themselves want to be loved. See, your man needs to be loved in the way that men feel loved. Men don't experience love in the way that women do, and if you try to love him in the way that you yourself want to be treated, it will only come through as radio static to him. It's not that he doesn't like you or value you, it's that you don't know the secret of how men need to be talked to. Which brings me to big tip number 2 of 7. When it comes to talking, men don't talk in order to build a relationship. Men talk in order to achieve something or reach a goal. Everything that your man does and says is intended to get him from point A to point B. You've probably heard that men are goal-oriented. I don't think I'm telling you something new.